Hi folks, I want to welcome you once again to another episode of New Life Discoveries. We've been talking about a lot of different principles, and I'm excited. This is a beautiful day. Actually, this is my son Jason and his wife Jenna's anniversary, their 5th anniversary. I want to wish them a happy anniversary. But also I wanted to mention that we've been working on an understanding, and we've been talking a little bit about compression and the power behind compression. And I know, like any of you that know anything about engines, the more compression, a lot of times the more power the engine will have, because there's more bang that happens inside the engine and creating more power. But also I want to mention that you can put compression into your life, and that's what we talked a little bit about last week. We talked about being able to compress your life and take the circumstances around you and make it in a compressed state where there's more bang to everything that you do. Because a lot of times our lives get a little bit sloppy on us, and we just don't achieve all that we would want to achieve in our life because we don't know how to compress things. And a lot of times with compression, it deals with the urgency of the moment. And I know, I think I've used a couple examples. One of them was my son-in-law when we were camping, and we were planning on leaving that day, but when he mentioned the fact that they predicted rain and that it looked like rain, all of a sudden the whole picture seemed to change. Our whole day was compressed. You know, we got everything packed up and loaded up and closed up and everything that needed to be done, because you don't want to come home from camping with everything being wet, because you got to take everything apart, let it dry out, and pack it up again. So that was just an example of compression. But a lot of times in our life we can do that, and I know myself this week, Shirley and I, we did something that really compressed. We moved about a year ago, and we have a storage unit as well as our basement, and a lot of stuff that we didn't know what to do with a year ago, we just put it in those areas. We've always wanted to get it cleaned up, and it seemed like time is going on. My daughter mentioned the fact that she wanted a rummage sale this week, and I just kind of lit right up because I realized compression, compression, compression. And I said yes, you know, and Shirley said yes, and it's amazing what we got done in this week's time, and all that we sold and got rid of, and it's just fantastic. But this is just an example of some areas that you can compress yourself in. The point I wanted to mention a little bit this week, the topic is that you can change your life in an instant. And you know, we went through this in a class on Thursday night, talking about the fact that you can change your life in an instant. It's how you look at things. It's how you perceive things. A lot of times people will try to rely on willpower and their personal discipline to get things done, but we're looking at it a little bit differently. We're looking at the emotions inside of a person. We're looking at the neurological connections that are made inside the mind. And if you can change those connections, you can change what you're doing, you can change your life. And and it can be done in an instant. And the way it works is a pain-pleasure principle. If you can take what you want to have done and create as much pain in your mind as to what would happen if you did not do it, it will lift you up in a different level and get you motivated to do something. April 14th is a good pain date, because April 15th there's penalties for not having your taxes done. See, but if you can create within your mind a pain threshold, that it will motivate you and will change things in an instant. And also, if you can put as much pleasure into what you want to see done within your mind, you can relate it to the most pleasurable things and parts of your life. It will motivate you to change. And this is how change can happen in an instant. A lot of times people will talk about something in life as a good exercise program, and they will portray what you can become. You know, and if you can put pleasure with that and say, hey, you know what? Look at all the things I can do if I get myself in shape, you know, or if you can put pain with that and say, hey, you know what? If I don't do this, look at what I won't be able to do. Look how much pain this is going to cause me. It can change you in an instant. And that's where change can happen in an instant. And I want you to maybe this week take an opportunity of examining yourself and finding something in your life that you really want, and be able to associate it with both pain as well as pleasure. And we're going to be talking more about this next week. I want to thank you again. You have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.